Yeah, I'd like to pass along a little bit of insight that I've learned while using ExpertGPS. And to demonstrate that, I first went ahead and downloaded a scanned map. And you can do that within ExpertGPS, and I'll show you how to do that at some later video. And so if you look at the baked-in maps that ExpertGPS has, what you'll find is all of the maps are stitched together. So I'll go ahead and we'll take a look at those baked-in maps by selecting Topo. And if we go back and forth, we can see that those maps are identical. So what they did was they just removed all of the information, around the perimeter of the boundary. And if you look on the baked-in maps, you can actually see an outline of every single scanned map. So these original scanned maps, they're often referred to as quad maps and 24K maps. So if we go up to the top right corner of the scanned map, and I'll increase the magnification, we can read that this one is referred to as the Smith Point quadrangle. And so quad is short for quadrangle. If we go down to the bottom in the center, we can see that this is a scale of 1 to 24,000. And so the 24K map is referring to this scale. Another thing that you want to keep track of is the edition of the scanned map. So this one here is 1993, but it's got a stamp on it, and so it looks like it's in 1994. And that's important because when we download these maps, we're going to get a pretty lengthy list. So I'll show you how to go ahead and do that. So up here in the top right hand corner, you just go back to the baked in maps, and we'll need to get kind of centered on this area. And then up on the menu bar, you would select Map, Scan Paper Maps, and Digital Charts. Automatically add a USGS Topo map. So here we get that long list, and we noted that this one was a 1994 edition, and so that's the one here at the very bottom. So let's go ahead and select the 1977 edition, and it does need to be the 24,000 or the 24K map. So 1977. We'll go ahead and select that. And this dialog box, if you hit OK, it saves the map to your computer's hard drive, and if you hit cancel, it bypasses saving it. So I'm just going to hit cancel. After it completely downloads, this is the scanned paper map that we get. If we go back and forth here and do some comparisons, it's not readily evident until we go ahead and zoom in here a little bit. Now I can see that the 1977 edition doesn't have as much detail as the 1993. If you're wondering how to toggle back and forth between the scanned paper maps and the baked-in maps, what you need to do is on your keyboard, you would hit the T key, and that takes you to the baked-in maps. And if you hit the P key, that takes you back to the paper scanned maps. Well, I hope that was somewhat useful. I wanted to explain it in the obtuse because when you first start using ExpertGPS, you have these three shortcuts. You've got the topo, the aerial, and the street. and you don't realize that these maps are really just scanned maps. And so I did touch on how to download these maps. There's plenty of other maps you can download, not the ones that ExpertGPS has baked in. And so I had mentioned that I'd have another video to explain how to download all of these other types of maps, because there are quite a few that you can. And so I'll be talking about that at, like I say, a later video.